Hi, Mikael.
Hello.
Saturday felt like a huge moment in the season. We saw your celebrations as well. So, did you feel like it was a significant moment?
Yes, it was a significant moment, a really nice moment to live together. But that's on the past, and now the full focus is on tomorrow.
We've seen Max show his talent since the beginning of the season, but the manner how he scored and how he impacted the game was pretty special. And so, how proud were you of him, and what's he been like since?
Well, very much, obviously, to do what he did in such a moment, very rare to see, or impossible almost. He's done it, and now it's football. And now what you've done a few days ago is not relevant anymore. It's about the next one.
And on the game tomorrow, could you just ask some fitness question, please? So there's no Jurriën Timber and Martin Odegaard in training. Are they out for tomorrow?
Yes, both of them are out, yeah.
Leandro Trossard was back. Is he available?
He's okay. He felt good, so he's available.
And any other fitness issues?
No any other news.
And with Leverkusen last week, it was a tight game against them in Germany, a well-organised side. So what are you expecting tomorrow? Well,
very much the same, and watching them play against Bayern Munich at the weekend, very similar. So again, really well coached, a team with a very clear structure, really good individuals. If not, obviously we are not in a stage in the competition that we are in right now. So we know what we have to do, and in front of our crowd, with our people, putting all the energy in the world again. Hopefully we're going to do it.
Good afternoon, Mikael. I know you say you're moving on, but just reflecting on Saturday, in the 6 and a bit years that you've been here, can you recall anything like that feeling that you've had there?
Every feeling is different. We had so many beautiful moments throughout this period. The reason one obviously is the one that you have at more recent. That's what is very special. But as I said, let's have another wonderful one tomorrow.
I know there'll be a will probably just to keep everything calm around Max. So with that in mind, is there any thing that you've put in place, like maybe any players that you might have like assigned to him, maybe mentor him?
Well, I think we have the leadership group obviously, and certain individuals that are very close with him. The most important one is his family as well, and he's in a very good place there as well, and him, because he's used to a lot of things. He takes it very normally, and he knows that this sport is about today.
Just one player I want to ask you about in relation to that. Your captain is Martin Odegaard, but he's also been a player who came through at a very, very young age as well. How important could he be to Max?
Yeah, all the experiences that the players have and they can share and explain. It's very useful, because probably he's going through things that some of us in the past we've been at his age, not many, but Martin is a really good example. Thank you.
Hi, Mikael. I know you don't tend to talk about players that aren't yours, but I want to ask you about a player that used to be yours, which is Dinos Mavropanos, who had an excellent game for West Ham and did Arsenal quite a huge favour. Could you just speak a little bit about what it was like to work with him and how thankful maybe you are for his efforts as well?
Yeah, very, very good character. A player that he was signed just before I arrived as well, and they had a long-term injury as well, and he didn't get that many minutes, but good to see him doing really well, and that's it. And all the players that they've been with us, wish them all the best.
And in all the jubilation of the game against Everton, we didn't really get to offer the opportunity to ask about the penalty that you didn't get in that game. And there's been a lot of talk and noise around it afterwards. Kai Havertz appeared to get clipped in it, and it was reviewed very quickly. What were your thoughts on that decision?
Yeah, watching it back when we watched it live, very disappointed that we didn't get a penalty, because it was very clear.
James, I've had it.
Hi, Mikael. Just on Martin, obviously he's missed the last few games. It must be difficult for him at the moment because there's so many big games, and you've got a cup final potentially, well, definitely on Sunday against Wembley, in which he, ostensibly would be leading the team out. Is he in contention for that?
Yeah. So we're really pushing. He really wants to try to be unavailable, but we'll have to wait and see in the next few days when he trains with the team how he feels. We know the game that we're going to be playing a few days again, and the more players that we have, the better.
Matt.
Hi, Mikael.
Hi.
On Saturday, you sort of seemed as passionate and as animated on the touchline as you have in a long time, sort of taking your jacket off, kicking every ball. You've spoken about the need for everyone to enjoy these moments. Are you genuinely able to enjoy it?
I love those moments, and when the team needs help and the crowd is pushing there, I think in any way that we can contribute, help, support the players, give them confidence and energy, we have to be there. And I think it makes a difference. And we notice immediately the moment the crowd got more relaxed, more positive, the atmosphere changes and the players start to make better decisions, and we manage to win the game.
And you've had, this is I guess the fourth season now of you being on the touchline during a big title race. How are your emotions compared to previous seasons? Is it sort of more intense now, or how's it compared?
Probably the will to win increases year by year when you've been so close as well. But stay focused, live the present, enjoy it as well, because we have to feel privileged where we are, and then obviously have that will, that bite to make it happen.
James, CBS?
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
When we're asking about cup final, is there? Have you got a sense of whether Jurian might be available for the cup final?
We don't know. I think with him it will be a matter of days, but not sure.
And obviously, you brought on Christian when Jurian came off, and I think maybe some fans and some observers would have thought that might say something about Ben White's fitness, that he might not be able to play an hour. Was that the case? And do you feel like Ben is in a position where he can start big games now?
Yeah, he's in a much better place. Being very unlucky this season in certain moments. He had very, very good moments as well throughout the season. So we need everybody available. We know what Ben gives us when he's at his best, and he trained today. He feels good. So we need everybody's contribution.
Okay, last couple in the As Live. We'll go to James from.
Hi, Mikel. Just after the first game against Leverkusen, you said that the team didn't have enough of an understanding of how to attack the block. Could you, without giving the game plan away, could you just talk a little bit more about that, what you need to do better?
Yeah, especially in the first half, and especially a lot of actions that we didn't even finish the actions, and we allowed counter-attacks there, which is the worst thing that we can do against them as well. So we will step up, we will make better decisions for sure, and be more of a threat, and that's the intention.
Obviously, the tie is very finely balanced. Do you think that the experience that you've had in this competition over the last couple of years will help the team handle the emotion and the occasion?
A lot of factors will contribute for us to be in the quarterfinals tomorrow night after the game, and we need to put every single element that we have to be in our favour to achieve that.
And just one on Max, if I can. Just after an impact like that, is your instinct to keep playing him or to protect him and pull him out?
Depending on the game and how he reacts, I think his reaction has been really positive, and in relation to what we need in the game, is always a possibility.
I think he's ready to play regularly now.
Yeah, regularly, yeah, depending what you call regularly.
And finally, go to Daniel. Thank you.
Afternoon, Mikel. Leverkusen midfield 2 were exceptional against you in Germany, and they seem to staff your game plan a little bit. What did they do that actually stopped you guys, and how have you looked at preventing this again?
Yeah, they have a lot of quality individually in a lot of areas of the pitch, and as every team, they have their strengths, their weaknesses, and we'll try to target them.
And Noni's been big in the cup competitions, coming on in Germany, winning the penalty. Do you think it's just his character to come on in the big moments, or is it just him repaying the faith that you put in him to come on and do the big things?
No, I think Noni's got the personality, especially when things are difficult to step in and make aggressive decision, and obviously has the quality to deliver for sure.
I regard it. In most other games, there'd be a lot more made about your block against Everton. Is that the best of your career, and have you ever done anything like that before?
Yeah, I think so far, yeah, it is the best one, and also I think it was so important for the result and for the team. So I'm really happy about this.
The reason we haven't been speaking about it too much is because the manner of the win at the weekend, some big moments, big goals. Max, of course, did it feel huge for you as well, being on the pitch?
Yeah, I think atmosphere as well was unbelievable, and as I said before, it was a crucial match, and so happy for the team that we won, and we keep going on this.
Hi there, Ricardo.
Yeah.
Can you just give us an insight a little bit into Max, what kind of person he is, and like when we're watching him, we're pretty amazed. What is it like for the players when they watch him?
Yeah, obviously the first time that you see him on the pitch, you're like quite curious about him, because you think he's so young, but at the same time he's so mature, on the pitch, and still yes, he can improve many things, but is a talent. I mean, you can see, but at the same time I think we have to to leave him like quiet and don't speak about him too much because he has everything.
So with that in mind, I mean, all the players clearly love him.
Yeah.
Do they give him advice? Do you speak to him? What have you said to him?
For sure, we try to give some advices, but I think for the moment is doing well, even without our advices.
Thank you.
Hi Ricardo, there's obviously a lot on the line this season and there's been a lot of high intensity games.
Yeah.
What's it been like to play in those moments of really high pressure when there's so much on the line?
I think it's especially now, like from March on to the next few months, is the best part of the season as well. No, you started so early, like in with the preseason, and then you work so hard to get to this point, to be in all the competition and to be like so close to win. And yeah, I think it's the dream, no, to be here.
And you've worked with someone new this season, Gabriel Heinze, as a defensive coach. I noticed that before the games he kind of grabs the defenders in a bit of a huddle.
Mm-hmm.
How has that changed you, and how has he changed you, and has those moments really helped you this season?
The huddle, or just him?
With him and the huddles, yeah.
Yeah, no, I like him as a person, and yeah, I think I can learn so much from him, especially because he was a top player and he played for top teams. So yeah, he gave to me and to all the defenders so many advices, and we always listen to him. And also, as I said, I like him as a person as well.
James.
Hi Ricardo, obviously there have been some frustrating moments since you came to Arsenal with injuries. Just want to get a sense now that you've come back in the last few weeks. Do you feel like you're fully fit and you can trust your body for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I always trusted my body. If you think about last season, I was, in my point of view, really unlucky because it was both MCLs in a really strange way, and this obviously it didn't help me a lot. But this season, I mean, until December I was feeling amazing, and then injuries are part of our work. Unfortunately, I would love to be always fit, and we try always our best, but sometimes you have to accept. But anyway, as I said before, this season we made a huge step in terms of the depth of the squad, so we have so many players that can help the team, and now that I'm back I feel good. So
you mentioned the depth there. You've got not just Piero, Miles, Julian as well, I guess, as a left back. What's the competition like between you guys on the training field right now?
I think we're all friends. Like I love them, and I have a good relation with them, and we are friends first of all. Obviously, then on the pitch you try to compete to get ahead of them, but yeah, we are friends, and they're all really good players, I think.
Hi Ricardo, in terms of your playing style, it's quite an unusual way in terms of defender with the attacking elements. You find yourself in some crazy positions in the final third and the back line. How has that developed, and is that something that you'd look to bring to Arsenal?
Yeah, I think it's something that when I feel free on the pitch, I just try to help the team to be in this position where they can find me, and when we can find a solution to hurt them, to hurt the opposition. And obviously Mikel is it doesn't say to me specifically where to go, but it gives me a bit of a freedom, and I love playing like that. But at the same time we have to remember that I'm a defender as well. So first of all, the most important thing, like I proved I think the last week and on Saturday, is to defend our goal, and yeah, we're really fighting with all our bodies and whatever to save the team and to save the result. So I think this mentality is much more important.
And is that a feature that kind of defines the Arsenal backline, that you guys are willing to put any body part on the line to save goals and to win at the end of the day?
Yeah, for sure. Is as I said, it's a big part of our mentality, and it's so important, especially because at this level we're talking about details, so this can change the game or the season.
I was just going to follow on from that, really, about the block, taking you back to the block. I mean, it's probably instinctive, but it shows you just how much it means, doesn't it?
Yeah, I didn't think about it too much. I just look at the guy who was shooting, and I thought I had to cover the much space as possible, and I just reacted, and yeah. But as I say, we love to defend our house, our goal, and we try to do everything.
think I've seen it called as a scorpion block. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I like the name. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you were just saying there about defending your house and your team. Is that the sort of the pride that runs through that defence? I mean, it's another clean sheet on Saturday. It means a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so important. As you mentioned, I think when we got a clean sheet, most of the times, I mean, we win the game. So it's really important for us.
You mentioned that you like the freedom and you like to get up the pitch, but at the heart you are a defender. Then fundamentally, is that something you'd like to stress?
Yeah.
But rather, because you said you like to express yourself when you're going up the pitch, but for you, your number one job is to defend your goals.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy to forget, but we are defenders. So yeah, first of all is this, and then obviously, as I said before, when I have this kind of freedom, but it's not like casual. It's as I said, like trying to find the right spot, at the right time, and to help the team at the end. It's not that I want to go where I want to go.
So you're not a frustrated like centre forward or anything. You feel like
I feel
is a defender.
I think I can help the team in both ways. Just this, yeah.
Hi, Ricardo.
Hi.
As a player, obviously, it's good to be in all the competitions and being able to express yourself and play a lot of games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How are you guys relishing, obviously, the opportunity of still being in all 4 competitions and fighting on all fronts, obviously, especially with the 10-point gap in the Premier League as well?
9. No. The gap. 9.
Oh, 9. Sorry, 71. Yeah, 71 points. Sorry, apologies. Yeah.
But yes, as I mentioned before, it's the best part of the season. We really wanted since the beginning of the season to be in this position now. So it's time to enjoy and to keep working hard. And it's just a pleasure from my point of view to be here. So really happy about this.
Are you looking forward to obviously the first test on Sunday as well?
Yeah, I think it's a good step for us as well. Can gives you energy and good motivation.
A couple on this side, so Sam.
Hi, Ricardo.
Hi.
You mentioned that the defenders you all like each other. You're quite close. It seems from the outside like quite a close squad altogether. That's not always the case in football. We know. What do you think that? What's that down to? How do you explain the kind of collective friendship and group that you've got?
Yeah, it's not always the case, but I think it's often the case when you actually manage to get something important, at the end of the season, when you have this kind of group, this kind of relation. And obviously, we love to chat in the dressing room. We love to help each other, and when it's time to kind of go aggressive on the pitch, or sometimes just a bit more chill, and but just to help the teammate or to help the team at the end. And obviously, sometimes we see each other even off the pitch, and I think that's important.
Yeah, do you sort of socialise much with the other defenders in that unit? I know Mikel likes to look at the units. Do you sort of go out much together as a team, or is it always here in the dressing room?
I think I don't have any specific, I like to talk with everyone, and obviously when you have to go to the pitch with, you need to know your teammate, so you need to speak with them, and especially if you're talking about units, I think it's better for you to know much about the rest of the team,
I got it. When you make a block like the one the other day and it comes off, do you start to think there's meant to be for Arsenal in the tighter race of the season, that everything's coming together?
Yeah, I think I believe that these small, big things normally happen when something big is going to happen. That's what I think.
And how much, I guess, energy did the squad get from the way they won, from, I guess, Max's fearlessness? How much energy has that given everyone heading into another big game?
Yeah, I swear I was so happy at the end of the game, and especially in the second goal. I think we all were happy. We run towards him, towards the fans. It was almost a fight with the fans, but it was in a nice way, obviously, in a positive way. And
sorry.
Yeah, no, just amazing. I think maybe the best moment of the season so far, and at least in Premier League for sure.
We'll do the last two, so James and then Simon.
Hi, Ricardo. I just want to ask you about that idea of freedom in the way you play, because I think on the outside people have an idea about Mikel's teams that they're very structured, very sort of rigid in that way. So does he actually grant you a lot of individual license to make decisions yourself in the game?
No, I think you're right. Like, we have a structure. We have to respect all the principles and all the things that we're trying to learn and to put on the pitch since the beginning of the season. But at the same time, I think I'm just really good in doing what I do, like to find this kind of place. But it's no proper freedom. It's just, as I said, like if I'm in the position, that means that another player has to be in mine. So you always need to also to have a good structure to defend. Then if you lose the game, if you lose the ball, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not casual. It's more structure.
And the movements that you make and the positions you take up, is it instinct? Do you just automatically do it, or is it stuff you've planned on the training ground?
I think I had a big instinct since I arrived here, but then I improved a lot with Miguel. I think I understand much more now the game and where to go, when to go.
Simon?
Ricardo, just obviously in that first leg there was a big moment with Gabriel where his block, I think he basically took it in the throat, the face. Is that again a kind of example of you as a defender, that you'll just do anything to defend your goal, defend your house as you call it?
Yeah. I think for me it's quite new what I did on Saturday, but I think Gabi is for sure the best in terms of putting his body to save our team, and we need to learn from him. And he's obviously he's a top player. I don't need to speak about this, but yeah.
And just one on you talking about communicating with the rest of defenders. I believe you're someone who speaks a lot of languages.
Yeah.
Does that help for you in terms of the back four? And do you speak every language that everyone speaks in the defence?
Yeah, obviously I think it depends who's playing, but yeah, most of us they're speaking Spanish as well. And Gabi Heinze obviously speaks better Spanish than English for sure, and so it's just easier to understand. But it's not really about words; it's more about how we communicate them. But we do this really well, I think.
I mean, before we go any further, I think with Arsenal invincible Martin Keown in our midst, I think Martin wants the right of reply on a few things. One with Gabriel Bonlahor, who I heard moments ago you were trying to get a hold of him before he left the building, but he left the building very quickish. And the right of reply.
I did see Simon high-five him on the way in.
You did? Yeah. You saw Simon high-five Gabby?
Yeah.
And the right of reply to Martin, was this about a tweet that Simon had last week?
Well, Simon, maybe you should explain. What did you say?
Morning.
What the ridiculous lack of objectivity towards a penalty that wasn't, and the bias, and then the refusal to answer the question from the journalist because you didn't want to put yourself in a corner when they said if it was given against you.
Well, I shouldn't even be asked that sort of question.
Why not? Well, because you're a defender.
Does anyone else have that question? The other teams that were represented.
Well, if you're a defender and it's a very iffy penalty and you go straight in as penalty, someone's going to turn around to say, well, if you were a defender, because it's logical, it's decent journalism, which is rare, to turn around and say, well, if you're on the receiving end, would you think that was a penalty? So that's the reason why I think there's a lack of objectivity.
They were very respected commentators. Lucy Ward, Pundit of the Year, Adam Summerton, who said they thought it was a penalty. I'm not the only one in the room. So they're now experts. I'm not the co-commentator. I'm not the co-commentator.
Commentators.
I've taken all the information on board, and I felt that okay, yes, it looks as if his foot gets trapped. Okay, so for me, that's just. I don't think that's being biased. I've just seen what I've seen. There was a penalty at the weekend actually wasn't given against Havertz.
That's a fair comment, Martin. Yeah. Unfortunately for those guys, they haven't shared the studio with you as much times as we have. So we have seen it.
But the thing is,
all its glory.
The fact was though, you were like. All those fans, the detractors of Arsenal, who's tuned in the 89th minute to say Arsenal are going to lose, it's going to blow up. And when that didn't happen, you were like the angry man shouting at the man on the television who was saying, no, it was a penalty because it didn't go with your narrative.
The irony of that is it wasn't directed at Arsenal, it was directed at you. So my issue with Arsenal is that I've been championing Arsenal against all of the situation of the last 2 weeks where I've seen a narrative being seeded with idiot observers like Pardew turning around and saying there's an asterisk if Arsenal win the league. So you've got no substance to that.
So what happened there? Would you having a little glass of wine or something?
No, I watched
an aberration.
I normally have a large glass of wine if you're on, right?
Okay.
But I I was listening to you, not the performance of Arsenal. I'm not the one that says Arsenal are winning
But I was
ugly.
looking at the evidence.
I'm not the one looking at.
I was looking at third replay.
Brighton, you're asking me about
But
me.
it was, look, when there's a 50-50 penalty and people look, there's so many people out there who don't want Arsenal.
But I don't
well,
think it was 50-50.
You can't deny that. You can't deny that. And
No,
you
I want
can't-
Arsenal
you
to
got
win.
into that group
I-
for a small period. Just for a small period.
No,
you got into that
no,
group.
I got
oh
into,
no, Arsenal haven't
I
failed.
got into the anti. I don't know. Where we're going with
They've managed to equalise.
this. I got into the anti-Keown group because I think sometimes you talk utter nonsense.
So Gabby,
and that was one of those examples.
Gabby is talking absolute.
Oh yeah, but that's a given. Well, we priced that in with Gabby.
Just want to say, when I went to Lille with the Villa fans, and another club I'm fond of because I played for them. It's not just Arsenal,
Oh, that's
obviously
nice.
Everton.
Yeah.
Great,
One where you
great
read
set
the
of
book, we didn't get the
great
content
set
we
of supporters. Really nice chatting to them. Spent a bit of time with them. Gabby wasn't even born then, by the way.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, we have to listen to
when you played for Arsenal.
Villa.
So Gabby wasn't even born.
Probably not.
Shut up.
I think he was.
Intellectually, maybe, yeah.
So, Martin, having had your right of reply, do you think that went well?
Well, I think
in Keown land,
I'm just defending myself. You know?
Good morning, everyone. It's 9 minutes past 10, and we've gone early. But that's how it often can happen on this show. Simon, good morning.
Morning.
It's going to be a good one. Mr. Keown is working hour that God sends at the moment.
I hope we get to talk about Arsenal at some
you're
point.
on my script. Oh,
I know,
we will.
I know they're top of the
We
league,
will.
but
You're on my
they're not
screen.
on the script this morning. I know.
You're on
anyway.
Talk Sport. My God, you're everywhere.
Well,
Martin.
we have two pundits that join this show on a regular basis, and they're both Arsenal. Petit and you. How much more focus on Arsenal will you want?
Well, we have Murphy and Liverpool.
Oh yeah, I know, but as a regular thing, we've now got weighted towards Arsenal. haven't we?
All right.
I only seem to answer questions on Arsenal.
Although I think
they've only lost three times
Petit
this
is a Chelsea
season. So
legend, actually.
Just for Martin,
It's
we're
been
gonna
tricky
get to-
for you.
We will get to Arsenal because they lead the way. It's theirs to lose. They're away in front,
course it is.
etc. And what a story with Max Dowman. But I want to start with events at Anfield yesterday. And Martin, we may as well carry on with your good self because you're firing in all cylinders. Did we witness something that's been missing in recent weeks? A bit of Tottenham fight at Anfield yesterday.
You could say that. I did see a better spirit. There's no doubt, and there is obviously it has to start somewhere. This improvement, but just one, a point, Jim. That's all they've really mustered in recent weeks. I haven't seen a victory. Was it in 12 matches? So it's. I don't know if I've seen enough of an indication that they're going to turn this around. They've got some incredibly difficult fixtures coming up. They play Forest next, which is almost a winner takes all. But
huge game.
I thought it was interesting with two strikers. I thought it was interesting they went more direct. Maybe that was as a result of the goals they conceded against Atletico Madrid, trying to pass out from the back, so they tried to miss that one out. They looked better when they went direct. They looked quite good on the sides. So it's a step in the right direction, but for me, I still haven't seen enough there that I'm not convinced that they're going to get out of trouble.